So today's session, we're going to continue with the grounding ourselves especially when we're feeling overwhelmed. Um, this morning, we did a session with Dr. Brooke with a meditation about our future selves. So right now, we're going to kind of bring it back into grounding our current selves to try to get a sense of calm and peace to our being. And I know a lot of us have mentioned feeling overwhelmed right now, whether it's managing our sober or sober curious journeys. For me, I'm definitely struggling with balancing the work and personal life and everything I want to get done in both. And some of us, it's just the everyday life of bills and meal preps and chores. So when we feel overwhelmed, I know for me, my chest gets super, super tight and my heart often races or we get knots in our stomach. And I think a lot of that is our bodies resorting to that reptilian brain of the fight or flight, constant stress. So, whenever we can center ourselves through breath and yoga, it allows us to kind of come back to that parasympathetic nervous system of the rest and digest. So, we're going to start with a grounding meditation. And you can go ahead and join me on the mat. Well, I'm going to stay here for the meditation, but go ahead and have a seat on your mat and sitting in a comfortable position. Um, you can make sure that you have your props for when we start the yoga. So, block, a blanket, a towel. You'll need all those for our session today. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and you can close your eyes or soften your gaze and begin a deep breath inhale. And as you exhale, just let the shoulders drop, your jaw relax, your eyebrows soften. Breathe in, and on the exhale, completely relax your body. One more deep breath in and sigh it out. Now, just go ahead and find your normal breath and breathe here. And I'd like for you to imagine a glowing silver white light directly above your head. Silver white light purifies, it cleanses the body, dissolves fears and anxiety, bringing about a sense of ease. Begin to draw this silver white light down into your body. Feel it move down through the crown of your head, down the length of your spine, through your sit bones, and down through the center of the earth. Now imagine anything you don't want in your life is being washed away by this silver white light. Any impurities in the body, any fears, doubts, feelings of overwhelm are moving down and out, down into the center of the earth to be dissolved. All things that no longer serve you are leaving your body, being washed away by silver white light. Let them all go. Now bring your attention to your sit bones and feel them connected to the earth supporting you. Imagine a glowing green light coming from the center of the earth, moving up through your spine, your chest, filling your whole body. This light holds the solid energy of the earth. It is the light of safety and security. This green light is moving throughout your core, filling you up, anchoring you in the stability of the earth. Strong, solid, centered, and stable, giving you foundation. When you're ready, you may slowly open your eyes and start with your right leg crossed in front of your left. Take a deep breath in, arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Come back up to neutral. Deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale as you fold forward towards the ground. Back to neutral seat. One more deep breath in, all the way up, and exhale, forward fold. And back to neutral. We're going to do some side stretches again. You have options here. So let's take a deep breath in and raise that left arm. And as you exhale, lean over to the right. Options here, you can go all the way down to your forearm. You can use a block or a blanket, or you can just rest your hand. You're going to breathe here as you open up the left side of your rib cage and exhale. Inhale, filling the lungs, opening up the left side. Exhale. Your next inhale, you're going to come up, put your left hand on your right knee, take that right hand behind you, and twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little more. You can look over that right shoulder. One more inhale. And exhale for a final twist. And on the next inhale, bring that right arm up and over, keeping the left hand on your knee, giving a stretch through the right side of your body. Take a few breaths here. And then bring that right arm down to your left knee. So your arms are crisscrossed in front of you. Pull those knees in towards the center, drop chin to chest. Breathe here, opening up through that upper back, shoulders. And on your next inhale, arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to start with our right hand on the inhale. Lift that right arm all the way up and lean towards the left. Options to use a block or a blanket. Can go down as far as it feels comfortable. Inhale, opening up that right rib cage. Exhale. Doing a few on your breath here, just feeling into that right side stretch. And on the next inhale, bring that right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Stretch through the spine. And on the exhale, twist towards the left, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist left. One more twist here. And now bring that left arm up and over, keeping the right hand placed on the left knee. And you're getting an extra stretch through the left side. Breathing here, filling the left side of the lungs. And then bring that left hand to the right knee. Chin to chest. Pull those knees into the center, giving that shoulder stretch. And on the next inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay, now if you'll join me in child's pose. And your knees should be as wide as the mat. Touch your toes together. Go ahead and lean back. Bring your upper body down, hands in front, and really sink into the earth, sink into the ground. You can rest your forehead onto the ground. You can rest it on a block or a blanket. We're going to breathe here for a moment, feeling the points of contact with the earth. You can spread your fingers wide and feel each fingertip pressing down. Push the hips away. And breathe. Take one last deep breath in and come up to tabletop. So you want your hands right below your shoulders. Your legs are hip width apart. And we're going to start with a calf stretch. So let's take our right leg and push it out. And just go on your tiptoes on the ball of your foot and push back and feel that stretch in the right calf. I like to kind of rock back and forth. And you can really feel the stretch in the calf. And then bring that right leg back in. And let's try the left leg. reaching it back onto the balls of your feet. You may feel one is tighter than the other. I think my left is definitely tighter. And I'm just rocking back and forth. And then bring that left leg back in. We're going to do some cat cows. So inhale, drop the belly to the ground, lift the head, arch the back, and exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Inhale is the arch, lifting of the head. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the back. Go ahead and do a few of these on your breath. And feel free to make it organic. If you want to start moving your hips around, sometimes it's nice to do a figure 8 here. You can stay just doing the cat cow, or you can play around with what feels good to your body and what your body is asking for. And when you're ready, come back to neutral tabletop. And we're going to go down into puppy. So it's very similar to child's pose, except we're not dropping our hips back. So you're going down on your forearms, keeping your hips up, and then you can drop your forehead down to the ground. And we're just breathing here. And from here, we're going to go into a forearm plank. So you're going to push your feet back, and you are elevating your core, hovering over the ground, staying on your forearms. Option to keep the knees on the ground. Hold this for 3, 2, 1, and drop down. Keep those forearms where they were into Sphinx and lift up through the chest. Lift the head up. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, drop your body down, your chest down to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. So just lifting that chest just a little. Exhale back down. Inhale, curl those toes under, and on the exhale, push up for downward dog. We're going to stay in downward dog here and just rock those legs back and forth. A little more stretch in those calves, loosening up those hips. And when you're ready, walk the feet forward or the hands back or both into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do a kind of a little slow flow of a grounding exercise that I really like. So you're going to take a breath in, raise your hands up overhead, and if you're able to, rise up on your tiptoes. And on the exhale, I want you to take your hands in almost like you're pushing down to the ground. And you're pushing that ground down, Bring your hands down to your thighs, drop onto your flat feet. Let your hands graze down your shins into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and come all the way back up, hands overhead and hands to heart. So we're going to do about 3 more of those, and I'm going to let you flow on your breath. And again, if you can balance up on your tiptoes, give it a try. So inhale. I love to think of just pushing down into the earth. And if you're flowing with me, I'm on the inhale, lifting up onto those tiptoes, and then pushing that energy down to the earth, onto my thighs, sliding down my shins. All the way up, hands to heart. We'll do one more. Deep breath in, up on those tiptoes. And we're going to come all the way back up into extended mountain, hands to heart, and mountain pose. Now we're going to do a breath of joy, and it's a little bit of a back bend, standing back bend. So do what feels comfortable to your body. I know I can't go back very far, but some of you may be able to. So big breath in, arms up overhead. And on the exhale, lean back. Again, listen to your back. And inhale, come back up, keeping those hands up. And exhale, lean back. Inhale, up. Last one, exhale, lean back. Open up that chest. And all the way up. Inhale with your hands still up. On the exhale, forward fold. And in our forward fold, if you'd like, you can grab and lock your hands behind you, clasp them together. If you need to bend your knees, you can bend your knees. And you can leave your hands just lightly clasped behind you. For a deeper stretch, you can pull those arms up overhead. Big breath here. Release the arms to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground through those feet. Come all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to step into warrior two. So please take your right leg, step it forward. Left leg is back behind you. Your left foot is at about a 45-degree angle. You want your knee right over your ankle. Take a deep breath in, arms up. Your hips are facing forward. You're looking over your right arm. Take a deep breath in. Keep your palm facing down since we're grounding. And exhale into peaceful warrior. Make sure your right knee is still bent. Breathe here in peaceful warrior. On the next inhale, straighten that right leg. We'll reverse triangle. Inhale, and on the exhale, cartwheel those arms all the way down into triangle. Option here, use a block. You can keep your hand on your hip, or you can raise the hand all the way up. Breathe here. And then come into a wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to turn the right foot facing forward. And we're just in a forward fold here. Walk your hands to the left, getting a little bit of a stretch in the right side. And then walk your hands to the right, back to center. Place your hands on your hip, bend at the knees, ground down through those feet. And as you inhale, come up to wide-legged mountain and exhale. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. So left leg is forward, bend the left knee, right leg is back, arms are up, peaceful warrior. Looking over that left hand, gazing straight ahead. Inhale, keeping that palm down for peaceful warrior. Inhale. Straighten that front left leg for reverse triangle. And cartwheel the arms all the way forward for triangle. Breathe here. Come forward into wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands to the right this time. To the left. Back to center. And this time, bend your knees. Try to put your hands behind you, so out to the sides, behind you, holding, grounding, stable through the ground. Breathe here. And on your next inhale, lift yourself up. Okay. We're going to do that flow again. We're going to add a warrior, some warrior 3 and warrior 1. There will also be a lunge where we drop to our knee to the ground. So you might want to have a blanket close by because I know my knee gets sensitive. So let's start back in warrior 2, right leg forward. Deep breath in. Next inhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten that front leg, triangle. Cartwheel all the way forward. Stay here. Go to wide-legged forward fold. Put your hands on your hips. Raise all the way up. Walk your feet forward into mountain. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. This is kind of like a Shiva dance is what it's called. So ground down and put all your weight in your right leg. Bring that left leg up. If you need to, you can hold on to the wall or a chair. Put that left arm out. You can bring the right arm in front of your navel. You're slowly going to move that left leg to the side, opening up. Kick it behind you. And you're going down into warrior three. Again, if you need the block, like I do, use the block or a blanket or a chair. And don't worry if you fall out of it. I fall out of it all the time. Drop that left foot down into a low lunge. So you're actually going to drop all the way down to your left knee. So if you need to put the blanket underneath, you can. We're in a low lunge and we're going to push back into a halfway split. So just straighten that right leg, halfway split, and come forward into a low lunge. Push back, halfway split, push forward, low lunge. One last time, halfway split, back into low lunge. And this is called a monkey tail. You might need a block for stability here or a blanket. Kick up the left toe, and you're going to reach up with your left arm, grab the toe, and pull it back. Breathe here. Grounding through the earth. Feel that right foot planted firmly. And on the next inhale, lower the leg. Bring that left arm all the way down. Push that right leg back. So now you're almost in tabletop and push up into downward dog. Walk your feet forward or your hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do the same thing for the left side. So again, you may want to have your block, blanket. Left foot steps forward, knee over ankle. Inhale, warrior two. Next inhale, keeping the palm flat. Exhale, come forward and back into peaceful warrior. Straighten that left leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, cartwheel those arms down into triangle. Stay here. Breathe. And then come into wide-legged forward fold. Hands on the hip, bend at the knee. Inhale, lift all the way up. Walk those feet in. We're going to do the Shiva dance. So this time, lift that right leg up. Put the right arm out. Open up the hip to the side. And push out that right leg into warrior three. My left side is definitely stronger than my right side. And then you're going to drop down into the low lunge. So the right knee drops down to the ground. And we're going to push back into a halfway split. So the inhale is the lunge forward. The exhale is the halfway split. Inhale. And exhale, halfway split. And then from here, monkey tail. So lift that right leg. Your right arm comes up and over, grabbing that right toe. Option here is to simply stay in the low lunge. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe. And then come all the way back to tabletop. Swinging that left leg around. Push up into downward dog. Walk your feet forward or your hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, heart center. Okay, our last standing is going to be some balancing as well. I feel like we can't do a grounding meditation without doing tree. So again, if you need a wall, that's a great option, or a chair. So stand in mountain pose, really grounding down through your feet, and then lean all your weight over to your right leg, and you're going to slowly lift that left leg. So you can lift it up to your calf. If you're able to, you can grab it up to your thigh. Just don't put it on your knee. Option is also to just kickstand your foot out. Your hands are at heart center. And we're breathing. Again, don't worry if you fall out. Option to take your arms up overhead and think of them as a branch. The branches of your arms are swaying in the wind as you're rooting down through that right leg. One final inhale and release. As you exhale, shake out that right leg. And ground and root down through the left leg. We'll see if my left leg remains to be the stronger one here. So hands at heart center, inhale. Put that foot on your calf, on your thigh, kickstand it out, wherever you are on your balance. Breathe here, rooting down through that left foot. Inhale, arms can come up, branches of the tree waving. Root down through that left leg. And when you're ready, exhale, release, and let it go. And we're going to shake it out with some dynamic forward fold. So deep breath in, arms up, and exhale, swing those arms. And come all the way up. Inhale, exhale, swing those arms down. Inhale, last time. Exhale, all the way down. Okay, and from here, you can just join me on the mat, laying on your back. If you'd like, you can put a blanket underneath your lower back. Sometimes that helps if you're experiencing any kind of back pain. Keep your feet on the floor and your knees are up. And we're just going to do some pelvic tilts here. So you're thinking like your pelvis is a bowl. And you can inhale, scooping it up. Exhale, pushing that down towards the ground. You should have an arch in your lower back. Inhale, tilt it up towards the sky. Exhale, arch the back. One more inhale as you tilt that pelvis. Exhale, arch the back, and then back to neutral. Now we're going to do a bridge. So keep your feet planted on the ground. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, lift the sit bones off the ground. Inhale, all the way back down. Exhale, lift off the ground. Inhale, back down. And one last time, raise up off the ground. Hold it. Stay here and bridge. Breathe. And go ahead and drop back down. We'll do figure four. So let's raise that right leg all the way up to the sky. Bring the right foot to the left knee. So it's a figure four. Lift the left leg off the ground and you can grab behind your left thigh and pull towards your chest. Flex the right foot. Keep the right knee pushed away. It tends to want to come forward towards your head. Breathe here. Go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. Drop the left to the ground. And we're just going to let our left leg drop to the left side. Option to put a blanket or block underneath that right knee. Option also to uncross the legs. For deeper stretch, you can look over your right shoulder. And on each exhale, just let it go. Let it drop to the earth. And on the next inhale, bring your legs back up to center, both feet on the floor, knees up. Bring that left leg all the way up to the sky. Then cross that left ankle over the right knee. Inhale, bring the right leg up, grab behind the right thigh. Flex the left foot, push the left knee away. And breathe. Should feel a nice stretch in the glutes here, the left hip. This is probably one of my favorite poses. I think I do it every single morning. And then drop the right leg down, cross the left leg over, and drop to the right side. Deeper stretch, you're going to look over your left shoulder. Option to uncross the legs. I like to think every time I breathe out, just letting a little bit of that stress, especially in the lower back, go. And on the next inhale, bring those legs back up, feet on the floor, and bring your knees in. We're just going to hold our knees and rock back and forth. Nice lower back massage there. If you'd like, You can grab the feet for happy baby. And when you're ready, go ahead and lay completely flat, legs all the way straight as we prepare for Shavasana and lay in corpse pose. Normally, our palms are facing up, but for this practice, if you'd like to put your palms down towards the earth, you can take a few breaths here just to ground your body into the earth. And I want you to remember that green light that we imagined from the beginning, the light from Mother Earth, flowing and filling up our entire body, starting with our feet and our ankles and our calves, moving up to our knees and our thighs, dropping those sit bones and the hips down to the earth as the green light moves up into the navel, the heart, the left hand, the left arm, the left shoulder, the right hand, the right arm, the right shoulder. Let that green light flow from the heart up through the neck, the throat, the head, as you melt into the earth. Stay here and breathe, and I'll watch the time. Begin to sense your breath flowing in and out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You want to take a full body stretch, arms up over the head. Deep breath. Exhale. And when you're ready, you can join me back in seated position. Thank you all for taking care of yourselves and practicing this special session for us to stay grounded. Know that we always can connect to Mother Earth. Namaste.